hope you guys are going to enjoy this type of video. I'm trying to do a different venture. Let me stop talking a lot because I could talk for minutes. Anyway, welcome to my YouTube channel, and today I wanted to do a review for a series I've been watching, and I really enjoyed the series, so I hope you guys get to hear in your opinions, and if you haven't watched, kindly go and watch. The series I want to talk about is Love is Blind season 4. It has been really been very interesting, and I want to episode 1 for season 4 of Love is Blind. So I think this was merely just an introduction of the characters to us. There was Paul, there was Kwame, there was Bridge, there was Marshall, there was Josh, smart talker. There was Bridge, tall, dark, and handsome, who immediately had a click with Tiffany, who we find out I watched up to season 2, episode 10, so I have a little backup of them, how they unfold their love and their journey to a beautiful, I also liked the way Brett's history about how he was able to like begin being financial stable, like the way he did some art, then he opened some Instagram page, and with no time a company reached out and asked him. It was very sweet and very nice. You also hear about how the brother, I think it's in this episode where you also hear about losing the brother dying on the day of their wedding, on the day of his wedding with his wife, which was very sad, but it was very nice of him opening up to Tiffany from the word go, and also like talking about his frustrations of opening up and then someone leaves, or being vulnerable to someone and then they're not able to stick with you there, which I think also is a reason why makes him in episode 2 propose very quick, because he wants to secure, it's called securing the bag, he wants to secure the bag. But that his character was very, I think in episode 1 it was very straight to the point and what he wants and everything. I also like it that they actually bonded with Tiffany from the word go and not any other person in that group, which means she had no competition and she was enough for the guy. We used to see Kwame, who immediately when he hears the voice of Mika, 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 or Mika, falls so deeply in love with her. That's all he's talking about in the clubhouse for the men. That's all he's talking about. It was very interesting how from the word go, your voice can actually like. So you also see Marshall, who opens up about starts opening up about their family, who also only has interest on one woman who was Jacqueline. That was very interesting. So Marshall and Josh is quite maybe calm but very noisy. I saw in episode 10 when he's very, he looks noisy or controlled. I don't know, maybe it's just me. He's a smart talker. We also see a scene of him and having some interest in Jacqueline too. Another character we saw was of Zach, opening up and playing around with his introduction to the women, which was very, very interesting of his character. We also saw, let me remember, I've not written much about both of them. I think we also saw Paul having some introduction to Amber and Amber and Mika. So we get to see some few episodes of them talking, getting to interacting, and I really like the connection between Paul and Amber. It was very, 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 very interesting. Very, and they looked to be so over heels over each other. So that was episode 1. It didn't have much to talk about. That's it. I guess I didn't even write much because for episode 2 I wrote a lot. all we have Amber, but okay, we see season 2 beginning whereby Jacqueline, okay, wrote down upbringing. Okay, she's talking about her being going through an upbringing strictly from the parents. This is a conversation she has with Marshall, who's never also good at maths, and the parents, like Marshall also shares that when they were small, they were little children, and how we all have some traumas from our parents, how the parents used to, scare or teach them, think they were teaching them or making him smart to do his assignment. And that's a very interesting episode because I think most of us have a lot of traumas, and that from our parents, and that's because you're also not perfect when they were having us, so you have gone through a lot, and it's actually beautiful to see the two of them combining, like being able to connect through that experience. After that, we see Tiffany apologizing for sleeping. That was very interesting, for sleeping. In the last episode, which was episode 1, she, I think it ended when she was sleeping. Well, the guy was talking. What's the name of the guy? Am I forgetting the name of the guy? Anyway, okay, Tiffany gets engaged. Let me find out the name of the guy. The tall, dark, and handsome. That's even what I've described him to be. It's called, right. I hope I'm spelling it right. So in episode 2, we see Tiffany apologizing for sleeping in the previous episode. Then after apologizing, Brett proposes. Those are my best and my favorite couple in that show. It actually shows both of them are, they're actually mature. First of all, they're in their 30s. Another thing, they both know what they want, and they're so confident to even articulate that in the series or in the episode, which was very awesome. And the proposal, of course, excited me a lot because, he's a guy who knows what he wants, and the moment he sees it, he's not going to waste chance, he's going to get it. Okay, she's very good at very bold for men who see what they want and go for it. So after that, we also see Kwame. Kwame is also the another another interesting guy in the in the series. He's very energized when it comes to seeing Mika. I hope I'm spelling her name very correctly. Mika, who breaks up with him. Oh, hey, that one. That episode was quite emotional, to honestly speaking, especially when he went back to his boys, like the boys, I'll say club or boys space, the men's space, and then he is crying. I'm just like, oh my god. Oh, this this series was very, like, real and very nice. Let me say that because I really enjoyed it. So not I think, I wrote down actually, I'm very particular. I'm following up the steps. Another interesting part we also say is of Irene and Mika. When Mika goes back to the girls' school, she actually goes and she's wondering why my cat is saying hi. She's wondering why why the boyfriend who she's not targeting, who is Paul, hasn't broken up with Amber, because now it has taken her so long, Amber, to come back to the room where the girls were staying. So she goes back to the women's place, and the friend to Mika is Irina, and I really love it because I've seen a review about her character, and she was very apologetic too after, like, watching the series. After now the program was over, the series was over, she is very apologetic and actually even says she goes to make an effort to communicate to the women and apologize, because in the episode, honestly, she was kind of portraying some mean girl vibe. Yeah, because it can't be, all of them were there for something genuine, and her laughing about it with Irina was was showing some mean girl vibes, and it wasn't that authentic. It didn't look that authentic, honestly, in my opinion. Then you also have how will I call scene where Paul and Amber get a chance to talk, and Paul breaks up with Amber since Mika asked him to cut it off and so that they can focus on each other, which also, oh my god, it was heartbreaking, especially to see them, to see Amber crying. I was like, oh my god, no. They were vibing. Honestly, they were vibing. They were such a vibe. I can't even remember how. Oh my god, the program was just another one. So we see Paul breaking up with her, and she goes back to the room and calls out for her friend, which now she begins to speak out what has happened with Paul. Then, of course, I told you Tiffany got engaged, which was very exciting, by the way. Then we also see a scene where Jacqueline and Marshall, they talk about Josh. And honestly, in the episode, I didn't get to grasp Josh character very well. I don't know if it's me or it's everyone, because she also says back, okay, way back in I think episode 10 or 9, she tells Josh, Jacqueline tells Josh, didn't like Josh wasn't able to articulate her feelings, or like Maya, not even, I don't say manner, it might come out rude, but like expressing his feelings genuinely or opening up to Jacqueline. So in this episode, we see a scene where Marshall and Jacqueline, they talk about Josh, and Jacqueline just is just telling Marshall that there's this guy she also has some interest with, and the guy claims that he's going to, if he's not going to be with her, he's going to leave the program. Another twist or another plot of the episode. So anyway, in that episode, what did I think about it? I think the way Marshall reacted to what Jacqueline was telling her, it kind of made me worried. Like if Marshall had some anger issues, I don't know. Maybe he looked like someone who wants to bang things just because he has been told that Jacqueline is worried about Josh leaving the program. Of course, it shows that she had begun having some feelings with him, Josh, but why would he react like he wants to bang? That's a red flag. I don't know. You guys, what do you think? I think that's a red flag. For my case, I would consider that a red flag of having some anger issues. So after that, that's when we see the men talking to men, men's time to talk to Josh, the competitive. So Nani, how is it called? I'm sorry, you guys are not from Kenya. How is it called? Marshall goes back to the. Let me go back to the. Let me remember. Okay, let me continue. Then we have a girls' talk between Bliss and Chelsea. They were offended about. I got offended about Kwame's heart. Hmm. Bliss and Chelsea. I didn't think these two are rivals. No, they're not rivals. They're actually friends. Yeah, they're actually friends. Offended about Kwame's heart. Okay. We go to the next scene that I wrote down, or I can't remember because I'm wondering that one has gone off my head, and tracking how the episode, this series was just okay. So we see a conversation between Kwame and Chelsea. I really like, oh my god, that's another couple that was just like, oh my god, the maturity, the emotional maturity between both of them was just wow. I don't know if it's me or did you, okay, we haven't watched this, did you think the same or I'm exaggerating? You will comment down below. But I think their emotional maturity was just wow. Wow. That's another couple that like you could actually feel they were genuinely like falling in love blindly. And even when they get to see each other, it was just like magic or wow, like yes, yes. My cat is here giving me company. So we see a conversation between Kwame and Chelsea. They have now, I think Chelsea here was complaining. I think she was complaining. Yeah, because I wrote down authentic and real tears. I think Chelsea was complaining. Was complaining because of Kwame being hurt. She heard that Kwame was very hurt when Mika like broke off with him. So she's actually very I think she was very emotionally mature. Yes, guys. Me, I just like, I love the character of Chelsea. I don't know what you guys thought about her, but I actually really loved her character. Then you have a conversation between Paul and Mika. They Paul gets okay. Paul engages Mika. But they okay. I honestly listened to another person's review about this, and I also thought it was very shady. I thought it will only be me who said this, but that person also thought that was very shady. Their relationship was very shady from the first time. I think Mika's just character. And I'm sorry, girl, I like you, but I'm just giving a review of what I could interpret from the series or the show. But I really liked it that you apologized and made effort. I saw a review where she went and apologized to them because now they have a conversation with Paul, and Paul proposes to proposes to Mika, and then goes back to the main chamber whereby every man is congratulating him for yeah. Then you also see a scene where Bliss is cooking for Zach cupcakes. That's another. Oh, oh my god. Okay, I don't know if a man is hopeless romantic, but you guys, my favorite characters were Brit. I hope I'm pronouncing it well. Brett and Tiffany, that was one. And then Kwame and Chelsea. And then the third one who will have been top notch was Zach and Bliss. Especially like Bliss character was very genuine and mature and authentic. It was just like wow. I understand from the beginning where Zach also Zach was able to open up to what was her name? Irina was able to open up to Irina about how he was making fun to the other women, like introducing himself as, you know, a sex worker, then see how the women would react. But I think their connection with Bliss was very, from the first moment, was very awesome. Apart from the way I think Zach took it from episode one, he came up with a thought of whatever they were talking about made him feel that if he picked Bliss, he might be judged when he goes to making her his girlfriend, making her his girlfriend, yeah, making her his girlfriend. Since Zach has had some issues with that previously of being judged, so he was. You see the way like people will be dating and someone is very fun, then you have another person who is very real and calm, but awesome and sweet. I think that's the characters of the three how will I say the three actors in the series. So Bliss is the calm and nice and wifey and sweet and you know, whereas Irina is the how will I call her? I don't want to sound offensive, so yeah, I hope you guys I'm sure you guys understand if you're watching this or you have watched this. Okay, we also see a conversation between Zach and Irina forgets Zach's birthday. Yeah, yeah, that was very, that was very, yeah, shit. But I also think I should congratulate other women because I don't know if it's just me, but I don't think it's easy to stay in a place with someone who you know both of you are interested in one girl, one guy is interested in both of you. So the way she reacts about the birthday and pretends first to remember about it, then apologizes for not remembering it. And I could actually like if I was in her like her feet, I probably react the same a little bit, but I don't know if I'll forget if it was mentioned in a way that Bliss was able to remember and not me. I don't think I will forget. So we also see a conversation between Zach also see a conversation between Zach and Bliss, and Bliss now brings for Zach cupcakes. That was so sweet. It was so sweet and very romantic. I don't know if it's only me who thought that, but for me it was very sweet and romantic, and yeah, the vibe was just wow, wow. So Zach and Bliss cupcakes, and then it was very interesting hearing from Zach how his birthday is always unfolded. So like the previous one, he was in a jail. Then the previous before that was also shady. Then now this one was also shady in some blocks talking to a girl behind the. It was very interesting having that side of to hear that side of his birthday history. So, and then I wrote that the last event that happened to episode 2 was Paul meets up with Maker. Yeah, I told you I don't know. Their relationship was shady, and I'm glad I'm not the only person who felt that. You actually, um, we can back up this. We actually several, because it only like showed their nice, how will I say, their nice side, and their glamorous side, and maybe I can also combine my opinions for episode 1, because episode 1 they didn't write much, but I think it was just an introduction of the men to the women. Yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this review for episode 1 and episode 2 of season 4, Love is Blind. Let's see each other on review for episode 3 and episode 4. Thank you guys for watching this far. Kindly subscribe and like. Road to 1000. Thank you for the new subscribers, and be blessed and keep watching. And if you want me to do a review of another series or movie, kindly comment down below the name of the movie or the series, and I'll definitely take a look at it and do a video about it. Thank you guys for watching, and bye bye.